Eastern Time. Freddie Mac out with its latest mortgage numbers. The 30-year fixed mortgage rate nationwide rising above 4% for the first time since last October. Could this drive potential home buyers away? Joining me now with his outlook on the housing market in a Fox Business exclusive interview, Budge Huskey. He is the president and COO of Coldwell Banker. I have so many questions for you, so I'm just going to get right to it here.
Well,
mortgage rates.
Sure.
Are you nervous at all? I mean, we just felt like things were getting better.
Well, first of all, great to be here, Cheryl. But let me just say that I think it's only natural to expect there to be some upward pressure on interest rates, but that's a reflection of the strengthening of the economy. It's not all necessarily a bad thing. But the other part of it is that interest rates still remain, even with a slight uptick, at historic lows. Plus, it's also reaching a point where buyers who have been sitting on the fence, this is an indication that it may be time to take their life off hold and get back and take action.
You know, Budge, obviously real estate has become so regional. You know, we track each region, west, east. Where are you seeing the biggest surprise right now? Is there a part of the country that is really surprising you because of the turnaround story?
I think we've seen a lot of strength in the Midwest recently, but, you know, there's been a lot of discussion about where the strongest market is. The last 6 months, we've seen such positive trends, and it's been broad brush. It's been across the whole country. So a lot of the discussions about, well, it's all weather-driven, you know, there has been good weather here. No doubt it's had some positive impact in terms of the market, but it wouldn't explain what's the positive trends in the other areas of the country as well.
I found it was interesting what your brokers have been saying. We should be clear here. You've got 98,000 brokers. You're operating in 49 countries, so you're everywhere pretty much. 59% of brokers say that they see their clients, the sellers, a lot more willing to stage, more willing to do repairs, more willing to come down on their prices. Does that tell you that we're finally going to get that housing bottom that we've been looking for 2 years?
Well, I think so. With the results of the survey, and it's rather surprising that it would take this length of time for sellers to get to the point of being realistic. But I think the reality is that they're ready to kind of move on. And what we're seeing as far as the increased confidence in the market, the positive economic data, is that those people who said, well, maybe I'll test the market, now they're saying, I have to get serious because I want to move on to the next stage of my life.
You know, sales are up, but values are down. And we saw prices decline last year. That hasn't been a big surprise. But what about 2012? We keep hearing about this glut of foreclosures that are going to hit the market because the banks have been holding on to those properties. Are your brokers seeing a lot of interest in foreclosures with their clients on the buy side?
Extreme amount of interest in foreclosures, and there's been a battle over the last 2 years between the investors and first-time home buyers. Now, with the settlement of the Attorney General lawsuit, we should anticipate seeing some additional flow of REO inventory to the market. But what we're hearing from our brokers is that it can be absorbed. There is enough potential activity in the marketplace right now in order to absorb it. And as far as the pricing is concerned, it's really been primarily a function of business mix. There's been a lot of low-price homes because of the foreclosure sales. And we have to tend to separate that from what is really happening in the balance of the traditional market.
And Budge, real quick before I let you go, second homes. We are now seeing people interested in second homes. That's a new one.
This is yet another sign of the early stages of the housing recovery, because instead of just being investors and first-time home buyers, we're now seeing a return to the second home market. We're seeing move-up buyers, the luxury home. And in fact, I just was speaking with one of my brokers in Florida who said that the second home market is back, but now they've come with strollers. So it's even younger people that are now moving into that market. It's a value play and it's a confidence play.
Some potential buyers for you. Budge Huskey, Coldwell Banker, President and COO. Budge, thank you very much for coming in.